Okay, so for this last question, as you can see, we're back where we kind of were on a previous question where you had a bunch of these that you needed to fill out. But if you notice, we now have added in the extra question asking for the electron shape. So you kind of heard me hint that in the previous video if you had listened to that one. And so just to kind of get us on the same page here, make sure that you have both molecule geometry and electron geometry boxes checked. And then we're just going to kind of run through what these say. So it says attach 4 single bonds, 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, the answers for that is tetrahedral, and your electron geometry is also tetrahedral. The next one says to attach 2 single bonds and 2 lone pairs. So we're going to remove all these. 1, 2, those are our single bonds. And then we have 2 lone pairs. So this is kind of like water, H2O. Okay, so I'm going to kind of scroll down so you can see this. So we've already seen that the molecular geometry is bent. Okay, so when we're talking about molecule geometry, we're talking mostly about the bonds that are connected to our central atom. When we're talking about electron geometry, then we're also looking at what lone pairs are on that central atom. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, and we have 2 lone pairs. That means 4 things total are connected to the middle one. That tells us that electron geometry for this one is going to be a tetrahedral, meaning 4 things are attached to that central atom total. Now, that is not to be confused with what your molecule geometry is, which is for the most part what we're going to be testing you over. So bent and tetrahedral. All right, the last one says 3 single bonds and a lone pair. So we remove all these. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. So there's our trigonal planar. We're going to add our lone pair. So that just turned it into trigonal pyramidal. But if you notice, electron geometry again is going to be tetrahedral. That is because 4 things are connected to our central atom. 1, 2, 3, and then the lone pair makes 4. So electron geometry is just a little different in that we're looking at everything that is attached to the central atom and not just the bonded things. Okay, so molecule geometry is more what does the overall shape look like that we're seeing, and then electron geometry is saying where are electrons most dense? How many different positions are they most dense? And they are definitely dense in all of our bonds, but they also are as a lone pair.